Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Got something a little bit different today. I'm actually going to just replay one of my games that I've just played, and it was quite an interesting one. So as you can tell by the title, I get tower rushed, and I do manage to beat it. So I quite often get asked how to defend. Now, how to defend is always quite subjective to actually what's happening. So in this instance, defending against the tower rush, I would generally say just keep calm and carry on. Carry on doing what you were planning. If you're going to do a rush, then just carry on doing it, because the person who's doing the tower rush will normally be very, very vulnerable back at home. So if you can just keep calm, continue what you're doing, go on and do your rush, you should be able to get the upper hand. So that's basically what I'm going to be demonstrating in this video. So I don't normally like to cast my own games as such anymore, but normally I like to do them live if I am doing my own games, but I thought this one was quite a good one to show people. So I'm actually using the custom build order that I made for the Ethiopian 21 population Archer rush, and so I made it a few days ago, that build order, and put a video up which you can find on the channel, which is a detailed tutorial. Anyway, so I'd never actually used it in a ranked game because it was still quite new. I'd only just come up with it, and I've just played 4 games and won every single one using it. So certainly seems to be a good strategy, really, the 21 population Archer rush for the Ethiopians. So as I say, it's even worked against a tower rusher who I'm playing against now. So I shall fast forward a little bit, just get through the Dark Age as quickly as we can. So I mean, as you can see in a minute, pretty even on village counts. Quite an open map, really. I think it's fairly ballable, certainly along the back edges, but and the front's not too bad. But nice areas here where the resources are. Certainly with those 2 back goals and the back stone there. So I had a pretty decent map. It was just the main goal just forward, which was and berries were forward, which was the only disappointing part, really, but fairly wallable map, I think. So I kind of wasn't expecting the tower rush. I was expecting scout rush, to be honest. So when the first tower popped up, it did take me by surprise a little bit. But he's gone up with 20 population, I've gone up with 21 as per the build order. As you can see, he's sending 9 villagers forward, so it's just left him with 10 back at home. And so, as I was saying, it leaves you really vulnerable. So he's not got enough villagers that he can afford to wall off his base or anything like that. So yeah, really, the tower rushes can be quite risky. But here he is. So he scouted this part of the map, knew that there was all those resources there. I'm just carrying on with my normal build order, and this is pretty much where I am notified that there's a tower once that one comes up. So there we go. So yeah, I wasn't really expecting that at that point. So first thing I've tried to do is just to make a counter tower, which is normally a good tactic to do when you're being tower rushed, just to stop them from coming further into your base. Now, the reason why I put it there, I figured I'd try and protect that wood line, and I think if he was going to come through this way, I think the town centre would do a good job of protecting me. So I figured I'll just do it there. But with him being the Teutons, he's able to fire more arrows than I am. So manages to get that tower down, but I think it's done a good job of delaying him from pushing further forward with towers. So at this point, I'm not sure why, but he just decides to make the blacksmith. I'm assuming it's just because he wants to get fletching, and and then he kind of stops making towers at this point. But I've gone in, just doing my normal archer rush, because I knew he'd be vulnerable. Managed to pick off 3 villagers there. So at this point I've got a 3 villager lead. I'm going to whip round and attack his wood lines as well. He's getting a tower up, defensive tower on the stone, because that's the vital bit. Now unfortunately I didn't have the scouting information to know where the stone was, otherwise I'd have been able to have gone straight for that really. But still happy with the damage I'm causing. So he's just going straight over to this stone pile here. Obviously making that defensive tower has made him lose a lot of stone, and he's not growing enough to do anything else with it. So at this point I'm just getting some archers back at home, just for a bit of defence, starting to branch out and just get some farms down really. But it's just a case of staying calm really. I did lose all my archers there. Whilst I was putting some farms down, they kind of wandered off into the kill zone here. They were being battered by the town centre and the tower, so they all died. But still got a decent lead. It's not really doing anything with these 9 villagers other than losing HP on them. So he's got to go and run back and get them into his tower for protection. So I mean, there's a hell of a lot of villagers there that aren't doing anything for him, collecting resources. I mean, as you can see, he's struggling for resources, whereas I'm doing alright in comparison. I mean, I've had to go quite heavy onto gold, unfortunately, but still working out pretty, alright for me. The reason why I thought I would just get loads of gold is so I could get a market up if I need to at some point, and just sort of buy my way up to the castle age. That was my thinking behind that. But yeah, quite a bit of damage done now. I've got 5 villager lead, and 9 of his villagers, 9 of his 25 have not actually collected anything. So he's only collecting resources from 14 villagers. 4 of those are collecting stones. So it's very much an all-in sort of tactic. But as you can see, just going in with another 7 archers. Again, just to raid his economy and kind of mess him up a bit. But again, he's still... oh, he has got enough wood, stone now for a second tower, so perhaps he's just biding his time a little bit. But at this point, my archers are just sort of sneaking in. He's too busy concentrating down here. He's decided he's going to get his tower up. So I just send my villagers in just to try and have a fight with them. So all the while, my archers are in there whilst he's distracted, killing his stone villagers, and then going off into the woodline. So that was pretty much how to defend from a tower rush. So as you can see, I'm getting a decent eco together now. He's still not really got an eco. I'm there on his woodline, picking off more villagers, and he calls the GG. So in a nutshell, if you are being tower rushed, try not to panic. That's the main thing, and potentially just carry on with whatever rush you were planning on doing, because the enemy is not really going to have been able to wall up. So you should be able to just go in and cause some havoc. Other options could be just trying to fast castle and get a range, or not a range, sorry, a siege workshop down, and get some mangonels out to take out the towers. But as you can see, generally just staying calm, going on the attack will be quite a successful option for you. I mean, if we have a look at the stats, 7 villager lead, a lot more economy, certainly on wood. Kills to death, pretty even, but I think most of those will be villagers that I've killed. So yeah, that's it, guys. So that's the power of the 21 population Ethiopian Archer Rush. As I say, I've got 100% win rate with it, 4 out of 4, so really pleased. And that's also how to defend a tower rush. So cheers, guys. I'll see you on the next one.